FM, KJFMradio.com, the KJFM Radio app, and Alexa. We're KJFM Louisiana. Eagle 102, with studios in Bowling Green, Louisiana, and Pittsfield.
Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome to Bowling Green High School. EMO matchup tonight as the Bowling Green Bobcats and LadyCats take on the Montgomery County Wildcats, and this should be a good test for both Bowling Green teams as you know, Montgomery is a little bit down. Bowling Green coming off a big win over Van Far in the on the girls' side, and then the boys' side. Montgomery 14-1. Bowling Green has gotten off to a great start this year, picking up a big win over Van Far the other night in their latest outing.
Yeah, so we should have two interesting games for sure. How well can the Bowling Green girls play and shoot? That's always their challenge. And, of course, this will be a great test for the Bowling Green boys and give them a fair idea where they are. As you mentioned, Montgomery County, they're ranked 2 in the state behind Principian in this week's poll. So they're rolling right along and have beefed up their schedule quite a bit. And so we'll see how Bowling Green squares up against them.
It's Bowling Green and Montgomery County from Bowling Green High School. We'll talk about the girls' matchup when we start the pregame show next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Cluckey, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
Getting ready for Bowling Green and Montgomery County. Girls, then boys varsity action. And Jim Ross, this Montgomery team comes in with a lot shorter roster this year than in years past. Was talking to Coach Joe Basinger about that a little while ago, and he said, you know, the junior class was always small. He just has the one senior that kind of grew up playing up with last year's class. So it's just kind of one of those down cycles as far as depth goes. But the quality can still be there. They just don't have the support.
Well, it's just a factor of small high school basketball. It goes in cycles, and they're in a little bit of a downturn. They're 5-7 on the year, so nothing terrible. But compared to their standards of the last, good Lord, probably 5, 6, 7 years, 5-7 is not really what they're looking for. And they only dress 8 players, so they got to kind of be careful with what they do on the floor now. And so Joe's been doing this for a while now, so he understands what he's got and what he's got to do.
And he was happy in the South Callaway tournament last week. They played Blair Oaks within 9, and then he was really happy with the effort in the win over South Callaway in the final round, beating them by 20, so at their home tournament.
Right, and Blair Oaks has always got a solid program and a good team, and so, yeah, they're not chop liver by any stretch of the imagination, but they just aren't quite to the standard of contending for the conference championship like they're used to doing.
Well, you know, you never know, because the girls' side, other than Clopton, is kind of all over the place in the EMO conference this year. A lot of youth throughout.
We were talking about that before we went on the air with the Bowling Green tournament coming up. It's Clopton and then everybody else. And that's kind of the way the EMO conference is this year as well. You've got Clopton, who's the standard bearer, and then you've got everybody else. And Montgomery's one of those everybody else's. And they're probably in the upper half, easily in the upper half of the everybody else's, if you will. And so they'll give Bowling Green all they want tonight. And of course, you know, we've talked and carried Bowling Green a number of times, and their challenges are on the offensive end.
And that kind of broke open a little bit in their most recent win over Van Far. The first half, Bowling Green was very stationary. They were taking care of the ball. They didn't make many mistakes, but they just weren't getting the opportunities. In the second half, during that comeback, they got Sydney Charlton a lot more mobile at that post position and were able to free her up and get some secondary scoring. I really like the game of Avery Schumacher that ended up scoring the game-winning point on a 2-on-1 with 5 seconds to go.
And again, Avery Schumacher, just a freshman. You've got a lot of young players that are good. And statistically, if you look at this game in terms of how the teams play offensively and defensively, it's pretty close. I mean, Montgomery's scoring 38 a game, Bowling Green's scoring 30. Montgomery's giving up 48, Bowling Green's giving up 45. So if you look at this on paper, you know, this could be a very close game. But again, it's all about, in my mind anyway, it's all about Bowling Green and can they get some help for Sid Charlton on the offensive end of the floor, because she's been the horse on the offensive end most of the year so far, coming up to the game against Van Far.
We got a lot of papers in front of us. We'll see what's written on them at the end of 4 quarters. We'll take a look at our keys to the game after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
The Eagle 102 Sports keys to the game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for the Bowling Green LadyCats against the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats.
Well, I've kind of touched on it. They'll have to play defense, but they've been pretty decent at that so far this year. As I like to say, the object of this game is putting the biscuit in the basket, and they've been challenged with that, averaging 30 points a game on the offensive end. So if they can score some points tonight, they can be in this game and possibly win this game at home. It's been a long trip for Montgomery. As we mentioned, they're shorthanded in terms of numbers, and Bowling Green's got a lot of numbers, so they can throw a lot of bodies at them if they want. And if they can score some points, I think they've got a chance to win this ball game.
I think they've got to stay mobile like they did in the second half against Van Far. I really like the way they work the ball inside and then back out. Those mid-range jumpers were actually starting to fall a little bit. And like you said, the defense did lead to some offense, including that game-winning 2-on-1. It's just I have noticed a vast improvement in the way Bowling Green has been able to take care of the ball. And, we talked about it in the pregame the other night, putting a couple of softies in the schedule, some of the newer schools down in the St. Louis area, I think has kind of built the confidence up for this Bowling Green team.
It's easy to talk about building confidence, but when you're losing games, it makes it very challenging. When you get 2 or 3 wins in a row like they did in a little stretch there, that builds that confidence. And they lost the game at Louisiana, but they played a pretty good game for half of that game anyway before it got away from them. But now they've got to win against a Van Far team and got the momentum going in the right direction. It's
and maybe 30 days straight of practices kind of help too.
Well, one of the arguments about when you get into this part of the tournament season and then it's going to go immediately into the full-blown conference season is especially when you throw in some weather, you don't have a lot of time to practice. And if you've got issues that you got to work on, the only way you can't work them out during game time. You got to work them out in practice. So, yeah, you may be right. That may have helped them out quite a bit.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineup still to come on the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups for this first of 2 from Bowling Green High School for the Montgomery County Wildcats. They're 6 and 7, coached by Joe Basinger. They'll start a sophomore guard, number 3, Chloe Cribbs. A freshman guard, number 10, Emma Rogers gets a start. Sophomore guard, number 22, Aubrey Janes. Then a senior forward, number 30, Olivia Fisher. And a sophomore forward, number 32, Kaylee Dahm gets the start in this ball game. For the Bowling Green LadyCats, they're 5 and 7, coached by Mackenzie Epperson. They'll start a 5'4" junior, number 10, Carly Dean. Senior at 5'7", number 11, Brooke Hickerson. A freshman at 5'7", number 12, Avery Schumacher. Number 32, a senior at 5 foot even, Olivia Dawson. And number 34, a senior at 6 foot even, Sydney Charlton. So more of the second half lineup that we saw the other nights. Again, for Montgomery, it's Cribbs, Rogers, Janes, Fisher, and Dahm. And for Bowling Green, it's Dean, Hickerson, Schumacher, Dawson, and Charlton. Those are your starting 5 for both teams. They've gone to their benches getting ready for introductions. We'll take a break, come back. Basketball just minutes away from Bowling Green High School on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Illness can happen anytime or anywhere, whether it's the sniffles, sore throat, or the flu. Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you. Urgent Care is open 7 days a week and is located just off the roundabout in Bowling Green behind Community State Bank. Urgent Care provides friendly, expert, affordable care with short wait times and no appointment is necessary. When you need care, remember Hannibal Regional Medical Group's Urgent Care in Bowling Green is here for you.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
Well, the band just got here just a tick late, and they did the pre-recorded national anthem here.
And it had the hiccups.
It did. As Montgomery comes out New England Patriots style all together for their introductions. And
well, let's throw some stats at you. How about that?
Sure.
While we wait for the starting lineups to be announced. Last time they met was last year. Montgomery County won at 55-17. Overall, though, Bowling Green leads the series 20-9. That goes back to 2007.
The modern era.
The modern era. Last game for Montgomery County was against Fatima. They lost 50-35, and as you mentioned earlier, Bowling Green defeated Van Far 41-39. Common opponents, they both played New Haven and Wellsville. Bowling Green fell to New Haven early in the year, 41-17. Montgomery County fell to them 46-34. Wellsville Middletown, Bowling Green lost that game in a close one, 47-43. Montgomery won in a close one, 42-39. So those numbers still kind of bear out that this could be a very competitive game.
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at their schedule. That Fatima game was actually sandwiched in the middle of the Blair Oaks and South Callaway games from the South Callaway tournament.
Really?
As the ball comes up. So that most recent game was the South Callaway game, which was Friday night. And a travel called out high on Sidney Charlton, and that's how we start this ball game.
Montgomery on a 3-game losing streak right now, where Bowling Green's got that one win last week. No full court pressure by Bowling Green. Looks like a 1-3-1 press.
To the near side, and that shot's good for 3 from Dahm, and that's how the scoring gets underway.
May have been Aubrey Janes, I think, 22.
Was it 22, not 32?
Yep, I believe it was.
Well, they look very similar. Out high with it is Dawson to the near side. Through Schumacher to Hickerson, over to Dawson on the far point. Work it down to Charlton, who kicks it back out to Schumacher. Schumacher back to Sidney Charlton, and she traveled again. That's 2.
Well, you talked about their ball movement. It's been good, and you talked about them doing better with the turnovers. That's not the way they've started here tonight.
Yeah, back-to-back traveling calls, and both against Sidney Charlton, which is uncharacteristic for her. That shot no good, and the rebound pulled down by Schumacher, who passes ahead for Hickerson. Hickerson off the glass, no good. Kind of clipped the rim on the way up. And back the other way quickly is Janes, and she'll take it coast to coast. First 5 points scored by Janes, and a timeout taken by Bowling Green. With 6:36 to go in the first, 5-0 Montgomery leads on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Well, a couple of early turnovers for Bowling Green. A couple big shots for Montgomery, and it's a 5-0 lead, a minute and a half in.
Little
Pass ahead.
2-2-1 press by Montgomery.
Across the lane to Dean. Shot wasn't there. Dawson will chuck up the three. It misses everything, and the rebound pulled down by Jane. She's everywhere.
Montgomery looks like they're going to push the pace every chance they get.
Ball goes to the floor, and it's that Hickerson that came up with it, and a tie-up as she couldn't find anyone to pass to from the seat of her pants.
Well, she was tangled up with Dom. Checked that it was Fisher underneath on the floor, but the held ball gives it back to Montgomery.
And before the inbound, a foul called against Montgomery.
I think he called it on number 3, but I'm not positive.
Chloe Cribbs, yeah. Across the line, Schumacher lost control, and it's picked up by Fisher. Fisher takes it across the line.
Third turnover to the first quarter.
To the near side, 3. That one's good. Uh-oh, Emma Rogers with the tray. And all of a sudden, it's 8-0.
Not the start the Lady Cats were looking for sure.
Dean out high, and the ball knocked away, and we're going to have a foul called on Rogers. She got a little aggressive.
Well, they're playing a sagging man-to-man and pressuring the ball as much as they can.
Hickerson to inbound.
As Addie Schroers checks into the game for Montgomery.
We'll weave. Kick it down low off the glass. That's no good. Rebound picked up by Dawson. She'll dribble out the far side after being blocked, and then there was no one there for that pass. Picked up by Montgomery and then lost out of bounds. They're going to say it was knocked away from Addie Schroer.
Fourth turnover of the game for the Cats. They trail 8-0 with 5:27 to play in the first.
On the inbound. Gets it to Fisher. She'll dribble out. Gave up that dribble. No one to hand it to. Finally gets it off to James at the last second. Pass tipped. Makes it to Schroer. Now to the near side for Fisher. Out high. James puts up the 3. That one's off the mark. Rebound knocked to Schumacher. She couldn't control. And then a big block by Bowling Green.
Good block by Charlton that time. It's like some sort of a junk defense by Bowling Green, maybe a diamond and 2. I'll check it out next time down.
Oh, pass taken away, and we're going the other way with Janes. Coast to coast off the glass and in. And she already has 7 points. 7 of the 10. And it's a 10-0 lead. Bowling Green just being a little bit predictable, especially against the aggressive Montgomery defense.
Yeah, they're overplaying the guards as much as they can, trying to get into the passing lanes.
Work it down low, kick back out. Here's a 3 for Hickerson. Off the back iron and out, and an easy rebound that time for Dahm. Across the line, James over to the far point. Work it to the free throw line. Turnaround shot. That one's good. Doesn't get much easier for Kaylee Dahm.
Caught it at the free throw line, turned around, and there was nobody within 10 feet of her, so she shot the 14-footer and scored it.
12-0. Wildcats lead. To the near side. Here's Dean. Trying to force a pass inside, and it's knocked away. Taken away by Montgomery. Here they come again. Right in front of the free throw line. That shot's off the mark. Another offensive rebound by Schroer. They'll reset things all the way up top for Rogers. She dribbles out, working against Olivia Dawson.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing a diamond and two, guarding Rogers and James man-to-man.
Stop, pop. That shot in, out. Put back, no good. Dean had it roll off her, out of bounds. Bowling Green just couldn't find the handle.
Well, the problem with the junk defense is Chloe Cribbs checks back in, and in for Bowling Green is Diana Bibb. Is defensive rebounding. You know, you've got two people running free, chasing their person, and the other three, if they don't block out, it makes for a lot of space for offensive rebounds.
Schumacher knocks it out of bounds. Off the inbound, and Montgomery will have to do it again from the corner. Get it in this time, and back up top for Rogers. Rogers hands it to Fisher. Works it down low, reverse layup. Finds its way home. Just got it to stick on the iron and drop down. Is that Cribbs? Bowling Green still looking for their first points of the ball game. Bibb's shot was no good. Rebound picked up by Fisher.
It's been one and done every time down for Bowling Green, and throw in 7 turnovers to add to the problems.
Cribbs can't hit the runner this time. We're down to 2:25 to go. Bowling Green yet to score. 14-0 Montgomery. Here's Schumacher. Clear path to the basket. No good, but a foul.
And we'll have some free throws.
See if Bowling Green can get on the board from the line with Schumacher.
I think it's going to be on Cribbs, her second.
First shot short. Off the iron and out. More substitutions as Cribbs went to the bench, replaced by Dahm.
Not a whole lot of choices.
No.
With only 3 players on the bench.
Second shot, in and out. Offensive rebound, Hickerson. She dribbles back to Schumacher, who's on the near point. Up top. Charlton will give and go with Dawson. Ball almost knocked away from Charlton. And then its pass was behind Schumacher and taken away. And we're going to have a foul against Bowling Green. Their first team foul.
James tried to dribble it through 2 defenders, and Bowling Green's got to get back. They've got to hustle back after the missed bucket or turnover. Is Schumacher will take a seat now as
Hahn.
Kaylee Hahn checks in. Also into the game is Carla Dees back in as well.
Foul is on Dawson, her first, team's first. Bring it into Fisher, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Hahn. And Hahn is told she has to take her earrings out.
I don't know. I'm just going.
And then the rest of the bench is like, they're taking out earrings too.
I'm just going to leave that alone. You know, you can. It's a rule, no question. You can wait till a dead ball to do that.
Yeah. So Hahn, I mean, look at it. The whole bench is taking off each other's earrings right now.
I guess they all thought they were going on a date tonight. Forgot to take their earrings out.
Stevie Cordy came in for Hahn.
And I'm guessing that's a nickname, since my program says Lorna.
Yeah. Out high for Cordy over to the far side. Now Dawson with it on the wing. Kicks it back through Cordy for Bibb. Dawson, she's going to try the 3. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Kaylee Dahm.
Haven't had a bucket for a while from either club.
Bowling Green has yet to score. We're down to 1:07 to go in the quarter. That shot off the glass and good for Fisher.
Can't let Fisher catch it on the block that close. She uses her body very well to get to the glass.
Cordy for Bibb for three. No good. Nothing but blue shirts there. And the rebound was grabbed by Schroer. She has it again. Over to the far side for Janes. Lobs it to the free throw line. Turnaround shot almost turns into a pass off the glass. Fisher is good. She's got 4.
Bowling Green switched to a 2-3 zone, but the results are the same. They trail 18-0 now.
Down to 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Couple of early turnovers, I think, really got Bowling Green off their game.
Got them off to a bad start for sure.
Down to 5 seconds. Dean gets it to Dawson. To the basket, yes. Avoiding the goose egg in the first quarter. Bowling Green still trails by 16, 18-2 after 1 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
18-2 after 1. Montgomery leading Bowling Green from Bowling Green High School. Mark Froning, Jim Ross back in the broadcast booth, and Montgomery controlled the glass and pushed the pace.
Well, you mentioned the turnover, 2 turnovers to start that resulted in a 2-point layup and then a 3-pointer, and all of a sudden you're down 5-0 and going, uh-oh, here we go again, right? And they haven't been able to get that sorted out just yet.
It'll be Bowling Green ball to start the second quarter as Charlton will inbound. Gets it to Dawson. Down below us. Dawson spins, almost drug that foot. Gets it off to Schumacher to the near side. Dean back to Schumacher. Bowling Green standing around a little bit, just like they did in the first half against Van Far. Here's Dawson to Schumacher.
2-3 zone by Montgomery.
And the pass tipped and taken away. Trying to get it. Oh, a nice hip check from Schumacher against Emma Rogers.
Yeah, Rogers was doing everything she could to gain control of it and got that body check and picked up the foul. Her first, just the team's first, and a 30-second timeout by Joe Basinger.
18-2, Montgomery leads on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
After the timeout by Montgomery, Wildcats have the ball. Fisher off the glass, good, and a foul.
Good catch by Fisher, got it on the window, and she'll get a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
And the foul will go on Sydney Charlton, just like he drew it up, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what Joe drew up because he was going good, good, good as soon as it happened.
And that free throw makes it 21-2 in favor of Montgomery County. Dawson out high with it. She's got the only points for Bowling Green. Came as the buzzer sounded and a travel called against Liv. That gives it back to the Wildcats.
Turnover number 10 on LadyCats.
That tells pretty much all the story.
Anytime you have more turnovers than points, that is a problem.
They work it down low. That shot won't sneak over the rim. And Charlton knocks it out of bounds. They're going to say that Fisher knocked the ball or her hand or looked pretty clearly off of Charlton.
Reagan Haymark came into the game for Montgomery at the quarter.
Dawson, bounce pass for Schumacher. Avery gets it to Charlton on the run, and she's fouled. Looks like it's going to go against Emma Rogers.
She was holding her hand up like the old days. And Charlton will go to the line for 2 shots.
Second foul against Rogers. Cribbs has 2. And Sydney's shot drops through, her first point of the night.
Checking back in for Bowling Green is Diana Bibb. Looks like Schumacher will take a seat for Bowling Green.
Second shot for Charlton. And how Janes avoided the lane violation on that one.
Did a nice little balancing act there, didn't she? A little 1-3-1 half-court trap this time for Bowling Green.
The wind she was producing with her arms probably changed the trajectory of that
Is
shot.
that it?
Yeah. She was flapping those wings, and now a travel called on Haymeyer.
Just the second turnover of the game on Montgomery.
Across the line with it is Dawson. She puts her head down, gives it in the corner. Now down to Charlton off the glass, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Reagan Haymeyer. Across the line to the near side for Fisher. Fisher kicks it far side. Back to Fisher, and she traveled.
So a couple of turnovers on Montgomery, giving Bowling Green an opportunity to try and get back in this thing if they can just make a bucket or two.
Here's Bibb on the near side. Diana looking. Starts her dribble to the free throw line. Had it knocked away, and it's picked up by Fisher. Here come the Wildcats again. Bounce pass for Fisher. We'll see Montgomery County again on Thursday online as the girls will host Wright City as that 3-ball is off the mark. Rebound picked up by the Wildcats. And the boys will face Battle. That's Fisher off the glass, no good, and knocked out of bounds by Charlton. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Battle, they defeated Rock Bridge Friday night to win the Battle of Columbia. They've defeated the other Columbia teams. And so that should be a good one and a nice challenge for the Montgomery City men.
And a travel called against Schroyer off the inbound play.
Turnover number 4.
That shot off the glass is good.
Nice give and go that time with Dean. And Charlton finishes at the rim.
And they had her moving, and that's
a little pick and roll action, kind of what you talked about.
Here's Fisher out high, cross corner to Haymeyer. Haymeyer through the lane, and she bounced sideways and picks up a travel.
Haymeyer is just a sophomore, and she's struggling a little bit here in her early minutes of this game.
21-5 our score. Bowling Green trailing, and we're going to have an offensive foul against Dean, I believe.
Didn't see that one coming.
Or no, away from the ball. So Charlton got her second.
That must have been on the pick. Then an offensive foul on the illegal screen. Her second, and they'll take her out as Kaylee Hahn will return for the Lady Cats.
Long pass to Fisher across the line. On the near point. Ball was out there. James picks it up, gets it to Fisher, and she traveled. No, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Looks like they are. That'll be the first on Fisher.
She was just falling forward. I think I would have gone with the travel myself.
Yeah, I agree. You could have called the travel, and nobody would have said a thing.
Here's Dawson. In trouble, and Fisher tips it out, and she's on a break. Off the glass, good, and a foul.
Really good defensive set by James as she hounded Dawson to a point where she finally turned it over on the pass. And Fisher goes to the lane and finishes at the hoop. Foul, I haven't picked up the foul yet.
It was on Dawson.
Her second.
I like the athleticism of Fisher.
Yeah. And she is a senior, the senior you talked about that played with the other group last year. So she's got some experience with some winning basketball.
Hickerson can't hit the 5-footer. And now the pass out of the reach of Fisher and out of bounds. Try to go point to point in motion, and it goes back to Bowling Green with 3:46 to go in the half. Just 2 points in the first quarter for the Lady Cats. 3 here in the second quarter, and that shot from Dawson is good.
Nice little stop and pop in the lane from about 12 feet.
Make it 23-7 in favor of Montgomery.
Back to the 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Out high with it is James. Sweeps that long ponytail to the side and then pass to the far side. Now has it back. How many rubber bands do you think are in that thing?
Ooh, I don't know. I had noticed that she does have quite the mane all the way down to below her belt.
That's a horsetail.
Yes,
it
is.
Over to the far side for Fisher. Works it to the low post. Nothing there. Kick to the corner and out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by Montgomery.
He pointed the wrong direction, I think.
He got himself twisted around, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it'll stay with Montgomery.
Schroer will take a seat. Rogers will return for the Wildcats.
Off the inbound, it's Rogers. Works it down to Fisher. Almost stepped out of bounds, kicks it near side. Now back to the high blocks. That shot off the back iron and out, and Sid Charlton the rebound. Sydney takes it across and almost kicked, almost traveling as Dawson got it back, and now it's taken away again. Here's James. Off the glass, no. Charlton the rebound. Dean, now Dawson in the backcourt.
James couldn't convert it, but I like her look. She's a good-looking player as just a sophomore.
Schumacher's pass knocked away. She got it back. Hickerson now to Dawson. She'll try the three. That one is good.
Ooh, right on the money as Olivia now has 7 in the game.
And Bowling Green finally into double figures with 1:50 left in the half. 23-10. They trail Montgomery County. But 13 looks a lot better than the 18 points they were down.
Absolutely. Try and crawl and get back to within 10. That's a deep three from Rogers.
No good. Hickerson the long rebound.
So get another bucket here.
Heck, another three. You're just down 10.
Exactly. That's your goal, to get it below 10 before half.
Here's Dean for three. Good.
She answered your call.
Carly Dean with a tray. Her first points of the night. 23-13, down to 1:15 to go. Bowling Green scratching and clawing. I mean, it is a battle of cats, right?
It is. Wild versus Bob.
Yeah. In front of the free throw line, they work it to the near side, off the glass. Good. Schroer and a foul. Make it 25-13 with a minute even to go.
A good look that time. Got behind the defense, did Shroyer, converted the bucket. She'll get the free throw. Foul is on Schumacher, her second.
And the shot is no good. Rebound tipped up. Hickerson got bounced and thrown down by Kaylee Dahm.
Well, she was throwing her elbows trying to get away, and Dahm gave her a little assistance in going to the deck. So Dahm will pick up her first foul. Just the third team foul as we're under a minute to play here in the half.
I think Dahm gave her a my bad at the other end, so they've worked it out. Here's Dawson on the near point, back up top. Schumacher to Dawson again. Up top for Carly Dean, over to Schumacher. Lob pass over Hickerson to the far side. That shot rolls off for Rogers, but they keep possession. Rogers with it again on the near side, down to 25 seconds, and we'll see. Looks like they're going to pull back and set up for the last shot. Trouble with the pass on the far side. Dawson knocks it near the half-court stripe. Down to 8. Now 5 on the clock. Here's the shot, contest a blocked 3, and that'll do it for the first half of this ball game. So better than it could have been. Bowling Green got themselves back in to this a little bit. 25-13, Montgomery still leads after 2 quarters, and we'll be back with the halftime report after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options, muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wraps, and salads. And Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close, featuring delicious entrees like lasagna, red wine pot roast, and more. We offer a variety of dishes beyond pizza and Italian, ensuring there's something for everyone. And don't forget, we're now open Sundays from 11 to 2 p.m. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana. Your perfect dining destination Wednesday through Sunday.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports halftime report on KJFM. Sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here at Bowling Green High School in the first of 2, and it's the Montgomery County Wildcats. They built a big lead early. It was 18-2 after 1, but Bowling Green chipped away a little bit, 25-13 here at the half. We mentioned the Montgomery games we're going to do online on Thursday. Our on-air games game on Thursday will be Louisiana at Pittsfield in girls action, and then Friday will be at Silex as they host Louisiana girls and boys. And then next week, Monday, starts the 100th Bowling Green Invitational. And tomorrow night on Eagle 102 Sports, I know you've worked very hard on this with everyone back at the station, Jim, a Bowling Green kind of retrospective and preview show.
Right, a look back, if you will, the 100 years. It's hard to find somebody that's around that knows anything about when it first started. if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That window is closing.
But we found some guys from back in the old days and interviewed them, and we'll have that for you. And we'll have the folks at the station to chat about it. We'll throw some stats at you. So it'll be a good thing to reminisce and pick up some knowledge about the 100th Invitational here. It started way back in the gym across the street that way, across Business 61, if you will, going way back. And of course,
where we're sitting, would it be behind us and to the right?
That way, I guess it actually would be kind of back behind, over around where People's Bank and Trust building is, over in that neck of the neighborhood. Yeah. Whichever direction that is. Of course, then they went to the James A. Wilson Gym and played there for many years, and we'll have a number of stories and conversations about that gymnasium and the excitement that it brought over here. So be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 6. I'll have probably April and Gordon with me, and anybody else we can grab to talk about the days of the Bowling Green tournament gone by, and then we'll also kind of break down what we think might go on in this year's tournament, which should be a good one.
25-13, Bowling Green trailing Montgomery County after 2. Again, that's tomorrow night, the retrospective and preview show, and then the tournament starts Monday right here on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
25-13, Bowling Green trailing Montgomery after 2. And how about some first half numbers?
Well, as you mentioned, 18-2 at the end of the first quarter, but Bowling Green outscored Montgomery 11-7 in the second quarter to get down to a 12-point lead at 25-13, 19 the biggest lead of the game in the game so far for Montgomery County. Looking at the scoring, let's look at the Wildcats first. 6 of their 8 players that dressed scored, and Olivia Fisher leads them with 9, Aubrey James with 7, 3 for Emma Rogers, and 2 each for Chloe Cribbs, Addie Schroer, and Kaylee Dahm. They were 1 for 3 from the free throw line. They turned it over 6 times. For the Lady Cats, they're led by Olivia Dawson. She had a 3-pointer and got 7. And Carly Dean with a 3-pointer as well. She finished with 3, and Sydney Charlton with a free throw and a field goal for 3 as well. They were 1 for 4 from the free throw line, and their Achilles heel of the game so far has been turnovers, as they turned it over 13 times in that first half. And they're back in the game, though, being down by just 12 after trailing by as many as 19. So if they can get off to a decent start here in this second half and get this lead cut down in this third quarter, we can have a game in the fourth.
And they did the same thing. They got down double digits and then they got a little more active on the offensive end. And if they could just do that from the start, they wouldn't have to dig out of these holes.
Right, and they've got to take care of the ball. And you had mentioned in the pregame that they've done a lot better job of that in the more recent games. But tonight, in the first half, 13 turnovers, that's a game's worth. And they had that in the first half. So they got to take care of the basketball, number one. And, they got some outside shooting from Olivia Dawson, kind of freed things up a little bit. Carly Dean hit a three as well. And so we'll see if they can pick up where they left off here in this third quarter.
It just seems like they're maybe giving up their dribble on the perimeter a little too early and telegraphing their passes a little bit. They're looking right at who they're going to throw it to, and those guards for Montgomery are pretty good, and pretty swift.
Right, and they're shooting the passing lanes. They're trying to do that to cut that off and mess up the offensive flow. So just give a ball fake and watch them go by, and then you throw it to the girl going back door. That's all you got to do.
25-13, Montgomery leads after two. Back with the second half after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Starting the second half, they find Fisher backdoor. She's into double figures with her first 2 points of the second half, up to 11 in the game.
She's been good inside so far tonight.
Bowling Green has it roll away on the floor, picked up by Dean. Back to Charlton to the near side. Dawson going to try the long-range three, and she puts it through.
She's got another one. Give her 10 for the game. Second three-pointer for Olivia.
And it's an 11-point game, closest Bowling Green has been since the first 4 minutes of this ball game. That shot off the glass, no good. Getting her own rebound is Dahm. That shot by Fisher is no good, knocked out of bounds, and the last touch was by Charlton.
Got to get on the defensive glass. When you miss, the Montgomery Wildcats miss, you got to grab that rebound.
Absolutely. With it on the far side, now back to the point for Dahm. Through Rogers. Back to Dahm. To Fisher. Kick out. Here's the three from the near side. That one's a little bit short. And Dean tracks it down in the far corner, and it's knocked away from her. Out of bounds, and we'll stay with Bowling Green with 6:51 to go.
Little 2-1-2 press this time by Montgomery.
Charlton. Ooh. Off of Dawson's hands and off her nose, and taken away by Montgomery, and a shot no good, and a foul by Sydney Charlton. That's her third.
Turn it over and pick up a foul. That's not a very good combination for sure. I was going to mention, the shots from the corner, it's not a knock on either one of these teams. It's a knock on all teams. 80% of the shots from the corner that are missed or go to the opposite side. Is the first free throw is good by James, and you never see anybody on the opposite side of the basket to grab that rebound. It's mind-boggling to me.
Nope. And that makes it a 13-point lead as she hit them both.
Got to take care of the ball.
As a team, Montgomery now 3 for 5 from the line. Dawson with it on the far point for Bowling Green. 6:25 to go in the third quarter. Through Hickerson to Schumacher. Back up top for Dawson, and Moving screen again.
Yep, going Brooke Hickerson this time. Bowling Green caught standing around again offensively. They got to get some inside out, get somebody in the high post as Hahn will return for Charlton for the Lady Cats.
Rogers gets it back to the free throw line. Now kick out to Emma Rogers again. Long range three. That one's short. Offensive rebound. Putback's no good. Fisher gets another rebound and puts it in.
She's around the basket all the time, as is Fisher, and she's got 13.
Lead back to 15 for Montgomery County. Hahn gives it to Schumacher. Through Hickerson to Dawson. Back to Hickerson. Work it through Hahn. Back up top. Dean for three. No rotation on that ball. Off the back iron and out. And here comes Montgomery. Bounce pass through the lane to Dahm. Kick back to Fisher. Cross into the corner. Here's the three. No good. And there's another one of those rebounds you're talking about.
Yeah, weak side rebound. That's the way they 80% of the time.
To the near side as Bowling Green sets the offense. Schumacher through Dawson. Now Dean. Back to Avery Schumacher. She'll try the three. I think that might have been partially blocked.
It was.
And Fisher gets the rebound.
She's going to play guard now.
To the top of the key now, working baseline. I think she was out of bounds, knocked away, and we're going to have a foul. Oh, a tie-up called. I don't think that ball was ever tied up.
I would concur. Charlton, Diana Bibb, and who else came in over there? Was it Claire Bibb?
Yeah, both Bibbs are in.
Two Bibbs.
For the price of one. Early in the season, you saw the Twins out there together a lot more. Out high for Hickerson. But Bowling Green was dealing with a lot of illness, especially about Montgomery County tournament time.
That particular play, Charlton was in the lane a long time, but what people don't understand is if she has the ball and is making a move, the 3-second count suspended.
Dawson flies in against much taller players and gets fouled. Her shot hit the bottom of the rim.
But she'll get to shoot for her efforts. The foul's on Fisher, her second.
And the first shot no good. She'll get one more. 4:13 to go here in the third quarter. Still a 15-point lead for the Wildcats. Second shot. Oh, my. That bounced 7 times on the back iron and then rolled off.
Looked like it was going to sit there for a second.
Uh-huh. Here's a long-range three. That one's good. Wow.
Janes again. She is now in double figures with 12.
34-16. Montgomery back in firm control of this ball game after that second quarter push by the Lady Cats. Claire now back up top. Dawson puts on the brakes. Three from Charlton at the top of the key. Sydney Charlton doubles her total for the night.
That's her first three of the night, obviously.
Down to 3:25 to go, 34-19. Here's Fisher. Wonder if she has ideas in her head about popping a three now.
Well, I wouldn't put it past her.
Yeah. Ball gets away. Sydney picks it up. Good work defensively. Here's Diana Bibb. To Olivia Dawson. Dawson for Charlton. Tried to force a pass, and that's out of bounds. Bowling Green gets away with one.
Just one turnover on the Cats here in the second half. 3:01 to play as Schumacher returns.
Diana checks out.
And for Montgomery is Addie Schroer again as Cribbs will take a seat.
Here's Charlton. And a foul called.
That'll be on Fisher, her third. Charlton maybe got away with a running start on that one when she caught it.
Was kind of thinking the same thing with 2:55 to go here in the third quarter.
And that third foul will send Fisher back to the bench, and Cribbs will return after about a 10-second break.
Dawson to inbound. Has Schumacher in the corner. She puts on the brakes. Gives it up top to Hickerson. Hickerson to Claire Bibb. Oh, good pass to Charlton. She got herself in a little too deep, knocks it out of bounds. Ooh. And they're going to say she knocked it off a Montgomery player.
Yeah, she had a point-blank range shot that time, but like you said, a little bit too far under the bucket.
I get back into Sydney Charlton. She takes it out high. Gave up
get back out in three-point range, right in her area.
Dawson to Bibb for three. That one just misses. And the rebound picked up by the Wildcats. And a big block by Charlton, and Dawson rips it away.
They're going to call a foul on Rogers of Montgomery, her third. Team's third.
Coach Basinger a little worked up.
Yeah, he's got that deep voice that carries. Little 3-2 this time defensively.
Oh, off the glass. That one's good. Charlton.
Nicely done.
Good feed from Brooke Hickerson. And it's a 13-point game. 34-21, Bowling Green trailing. Out high, Rogers. Over to the far side for Janes. Janes backs up. Down to a minute 45 to go in the third quarter. Now for Cribbs, and another whistle and a foul against Bowling Green.
I believe that's going to be on Dawson, her third. As Fisher will return. I was about to say Bowling Green's got an opportunity with her on the bench. Dean comes back in for Bowling Green. Claire Bibb will take a seat.
Janes to inbound. Gets it to Cribbs. Now back up top for Dahm. Back to Janes, and she's fouled on her way to the basket. That's going to be 4, I think, on Sydney Charlton.
Nice little shuffle cut that time on the Montgomery County offense, and Janes will get 2 shots.
Nope, they went with Brooke Hickerson. That's a good thing for Bowling Green.
It is.
And the first shot is short. Another good thing for Bowling Green.
She was 2 for 2 before that miss was Janes.
4 team fouls, so the next one will be the bonus. And on the rebound, another whistle. And they're going to shoot again.
Must have been a lane violation is what it was.
Minute 33 to go. And she hits this one. That's a break for Montgomery.
Gets the lead back to 14, 35-21.
Dawson thought about the 3. Kick out here. Schumacher for 3 from the corner. And that missed everything. Picked up by Janes. Gets it to the free throw line for Dahm. Works it down low to Fisher off the glass. No good, but a foul going to be called on Schumacher, her third.
Defense went to sleep that time. Fisher, they got it in the high post, played a little high-low. Fisher was all alone. Good job by Schumacher to close and at least make her shoot free throws, as that's her third foul on Avery.
And the first shot is short.
Neither team exactly filling it up from the charity stripe, are they?
That one misses everything and goes out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green with a minute 8 on the clock. Crowd will definitely get bigger for the boys game. They're playing the JV game over in the James Wilson Gymnasium.
They'll come crashing in here before too long.
Here's Dawson for three. Just off the mark, and the rebound. Good job boxing out by Fisher. She held back two Bowling Green players. Not an easy rebound. Down to 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. 14-point Montgomery lead. They've led by as many as 19. Fisher on the baseline, kicks it all the way back up. A long-range three, they need to take that. Offensive rebound, though, and bailing them out is Dahm.
Kind of fell right in her hands, right girl, right spot. And she converts the bucket to stretch the lead back to 16.
Charlton trapped down low, and a timeout taken by the LadyCats with 9.4 seconds to go in the third quarter. They trail Montgomery County 37-21 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Don't want to waste a fourth foul on Fisher, so Haymeyer comes in for the final 9.4 seconds defensively. It'll be Dawson inbound, Bowling Green ball. They get it to, trying to get it to Charlton. It's taken away by Cribbs. Down to 5 seconds. To Rogers. She drives, floats through the lane, no good, and the rebound tipped all the way out, and the horn sounds to end the third quarter. 37-21. Montgomery County leads Bowling Green heading to the fourth on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
8 minutes left in regulation. Bowling Green has to erase a 16-point deficit in the final quarter. 37-21, Montgomery leads.
Outscored 12-8 in the third quarter.
Bowling Green only has 3 players who have registered points in this ball game, and Olivia Dawson is your leading scorer with 10. Take by Schumacher, and she's fouled.
A little hip check by Chloe Cribbs will send Schumacher to the line. Good defense that time by Avery, and she'll get 2 free throws for her efforts.
I like those shoes, too. A little pale green, little mint.
Yeah. She's just a freshman. As the first free throw's off the mark.
She is.
Whatever happened to everybody wearing the same shoes?
That is
long gone, isn't it?
Days gone by, yeah. 0 for 4 from the line, but an offensive rebound by Charlton. Charlton thought about the three, gives it back to Dawson. Dawson on the near point. Goes to the top of the key and trying to return it, but Charlton wasn't cutting. That shot no good off the glass. The putback good for Fisher. And that extends the Montgomery County lead to 39-21.
Fisher with 15 in the game. Leads all scorers.
Near side with it for Hickerson. Gets it to Sydney Charlton. For Schumacher. Through Dean to Hickerson in the corner. Back to Dawson. Ball fake. Floater. Off the glass is good. This is probably the best game I've seen Dawson play this season.
She's got 12. Runner off the glass. Banks open.
To the near side. Here's Janes. Kick it down. Fisher. Back out top. That three was short and a foul called while the ball was in the air.
And a rebounding foul away from the ball. I believe they're going to get Chloe Cribbs. That'll be her 4th. And she'll take a seat. Addie Schreier will return.
Dawson out high with it. Gave up the dribble and double dribbled.
Just the 4th turnover in the second half. 17 for the game, however, for the Lady Cats. Montgomery got a good following here today, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Looks like the JV game may be over with.
As they come back into the gym. Montgomery looks a little dejected. Their boys do. We'll see how that game turned out. That shot off the back iron and out to the near side. Here's Rogers. Emma gets it off to Kaylee Dom to the near side. A three. No good. Long rebound. Another three. That one is good. All day that time for Rogers to line up that tray.
She's got 6 and the lead back to match the biggest of the game at 19, 42-23.
Here's Charlton to the near side. And a travel called against Bowling Green. Another turnover, and it's looking more like the first quarter than the middle two.
Boy, it is, isn't it?
Long three again. That shot no good for Rogers, and then off the hand of Schumacher and out of bounds.
Rogers just a freshman as well. As back in is Hahn and Diana Bibb for Bowling Green.
That freshman ain't afraid to let it fly.
You got her and James just a sophomore at your guard, so you're pretty good shape for guards for a while.
Fisher can't hit the scoop, but is fouled, I believe, by Hahn.
Fisher will go back to the line for 2, where she's had her struggles so far tonight. And they continue. The foul is on Hahn, her first.
5:23 to go. And the shot's good.
Gives her 16 for the game.
5:15 to go. To the basket, no, but a foul will send Hahn to the line. She tries to get into the scorebook.
Her first trip to the charity stripe this evening.
Foul was on Schroyer, her first, and the shot is good.
Into the game, back into the game is Haymeyer for Montgomery. Dahlm takes a seat.
Missed the second. Fisher the rebound. Cross court to Rogers across the line. Back to Fisher. Fisher on the drive, no good. She changed directions at the last second. I think as she went right to the hoop, she may have drawn or committed a charge, but I think she would have drawn a foul instead. Hickerson out to Schumacher for 3. That one misses everything and is rebounded by Haymeyer. Three on the other end. No good. Off the top of the backboard. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Hahn. And it'll stay with the Wildcats.
As Charlton will return for Hahn.
Disregard. They say it was last touch by Montgomery.
You can actually definitely say that they're not shy from firing up the three.
No.
Wildcats.
Here's Dawson off a pick, and she's fouled by Fisher. That's her fourth.
It is. And Dawson will go to the line for two, where she's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Has 12 points, however.
And the shot no good. She's 0 for 3 from the line. Changes that with the second one, which puts her at 13 points. And Bowling Green trails 43-25. Montgomery with the ball.
4:10 to play in the game. Don't go away. We'll have the boys' games next.
Ball tipped into the backcourt. Chased down by Fisher. She'll bring it back across the stripe again to the free throw line for Haymeyer. Now back to Emma Rogers. Rogers crosses it. Haymeyer up top. Dawson tried to steal, and it's tied up by Bibb. And the arrow favors Bowling Green, so good play defensively. 3:47 to go.
Turnover number 4 in the half, 10 in the game for Montgomery as Fisher will take a seat. And Dahm returns.
Dawson had the ball knocked out of bounds by Rogers. Stays with the LadyCats with 3:38 to go. Oop. Hickerson lost the handle trying to inbound. It was tipped by Haymeyer back into Hickerson's hands, who was still standing out of bounds.
that was kind of bizarre, wasn't it? Don't see that every day.
Nope. Free throw line for Schroyer, and a foul on the floor.
And let's see, they're saying it's on the floor. Who are they going to get that on? As Cribbs and Fisher will come back into the game.
Fourth on Charlton.
It is.
3:29 on the clock. Just the second team foul against Bowling Green here in the fourth quarter.
4 on Montgomery. If you forgot the new rule from last year, they go to 5 fouls to shoot free throw per quarter now.
Yep, and no more 1-and-1s. Off the glass on the inbound, that's good for Dahm to make it 45-25. Ties for the biggest lead of the night at 20. Here's a three. That's no good off Diana Bibb's hand. Across the line and then slowing down. James to Rogers. She's not slowing down. She'll drop the three.
That was on the money from the release. She's got 9.
48-25.
All 3-pointers.
Dawson. Charlton for 3. That's off the glass and good.
Maybe Sid Charlton's found something she likes, huh? Out beyond the arc. She's in double figures now with 11.
Near side for James. 3 fresh, set to check in with 2.5 to go for Montgomery, who lead by 20. Cribbs hands it off for James out high. James gave up her dribble, now gives the ball to Rogers. Rogers across the lane to Fisher. Fisher is fouled by Claire Bibb.
That'll be Claire's first foul with 2:12, and that'll send Fisher back to the line for a pair of free throws.
Well, they gave it to Hickerson instead.
Choices, huh?
Yeah.
So 3 on Hickerson.
There's the substitutions. Dean back in the ball game for Bowling Green, as well as Hahn.
Kendra Rakers makes her first appearance of the night for Montgomery, along, well, I guess she was the only one who came in, wasn't she?
Well, they had 3 come in, or 2. One was waiting on the shooter who missed. But we're down to 2:05 to go. Oop, that was a Brett Favre type pass from Charlton to Bibb. It went through her hands, off her face, and Fisher hits it on the other end to make it 50-28. And they called a time out just to get Olivia Fisher out of the ball game. That last substitution. And we're down to a minute 45. Lead is 22. That's a double dribble.
Yes, it is.
On Claire Bibb.
So after a good start in the second half, they've taken care of the basketball. Now they've got 9 in the second half. 22 for the game.
Cribbs and James came back in. Looks like Bowling Green will do one more substitution. Ball to the floor. And that's a double dribble, okay.
5th turnover of the half, 11 in the game. As Marley Holland will get a minute and 20 of action here tonight. She comes in for Hahn for Bowling Green.
Dawson across the line.
Marley, another freshman.
To the basket, and Dawson can't hit. Rebound pulled down by Dahm for Montgomery County.
I think when Dawson turned the corner, she couldn't believe how wide open she was, and then lost concentration and missed the layup.
Ball knocked away, and another, well, they'll call traveling this time.
Down to 52 ticks to play in the ball game. 50-28. Montgomery's led from the outset, with 22 being their biggest lead of the night.
Claire Bibb to Carly Dean, now to Sid Charlton. Her little 10-footer is good. She's up to 13, yeah.
Yeah, she's got 6, 8, 10 in the second half.
30 seconds left in the ball game, 50-30. Montgomery leading. Ball gets away. Dawson picks it up. She's on the run with 20 on the clock. To the corner. Gets it back to Dean, down to 12. Charlton, near side. Bibb. That shot is good. Claire Bibb. And that will do it for the ladies' game. Montgomery takes the first one over Bowling Green, 50-28. And we'll be back with the totals after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. Geared up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Postgame Show on KJFM Radio.
50-28, Montgomery County defeats the Bowling Green LadyCats here in the first of two from Bowling Green High School. Mark Runnick, Jim Ross back here in the broadcast booth, and just a little too messy at times again. Bowling Green, I haven't seen them play 4 quarters yet this season.
No, and they got way behind at the start, and actually after the first quarter, played them within 2.
Yeah, right.
So you had a bad first quarter, bad first 2 possessions. You got down 5-0, and it snowballed from there. And they were never able to get over the hump to really. They got it back down to what I think maybe 10 was the closest they got in the game after the first quarter. And so they worked hard, but just a little too late.
And just not enough. You look at the Montgomery side. Everyone that came in and played significant minutes, except for Haymeyer, had points in the ball game. Bowling Green only had 4 in the book, and one of those was a free throw for a 1-point total.
Right. So let's run that in the scoring quickly for you. For Montgomery, they were led by Olivia Fisher. She had 18. Aubrey James with 13. 9 for Emma Rogers. 6 for Kaylee Dahm, and 2 each for Addie Schroer and Chloe Cribbs. They were 5 for 14 from the free throw line, turned it over 13 times, and they raised their record to 6-7 on the season. For Bowling Green, 2 leading scorers for them, Sid Shaw and Olivia Dawson with 13 apiece, 3 for Carly Dean, 2 for Claire Bibb, and 1 for Kaylee Hahn. They were 3 for 12 from the line, so as we mentioned during the broadcast, 5 for 14 and 3 for 12 from the line for the teams respectively. So a lot of work to be done there. 22 turnovers for Bowling Green, and their record falls to 5-8 on the season. As Mark mentioned, they'll be back in action on Friday night at Fulton, and Montgomery County will be in action Thursday night. We'll have that online only against Wright City.
50-32, the final. Montgomery over Bowling Green. We'll start the pregame show for the boys after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Pepsi Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Clarbrun Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
Time for the boys here at Bowling Green High School as the Bobcats take on the 14-1, ranked number 2 Montgomery County Wildcats.
Well, this should be a good one. Montgomery County, their only loss is to Union High School out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and that was a 1-point loss, 63-62. They beat Ellsbury in their last game 79-40, while Bowling Green got a nice win last Friday night over Van Far 52-35. Bowling Green comes in at 9-2. Their only losses were early against Herman and Clopton in the Montgomery County tournament, actually, when most of the Bowling Green team was still in football mode.
Yeah.
They'd had, 2 days of practice or something before
That's
that
right.
tournament started. And so since then, they've run off 7, or should I say 9 in a row, and 7 in a row, and that's their winning streak. Montgomery County on a 3-game winning streak. So this should be a good one. Montgomery County finished 4th last year in state. Lost a few kids, but had a transfer, and Andrew Moore transferred in from Troy. That was a big controversial thing in the offseason, but they finally got him through the bureaucracy in
Through all the
Columbia.
red tape, yeah.
In Columbia, and so they've reloaded, and they're expecting another run into the state, deep into the state tournament. Bowling Green, on the other hand, we talked about it. Once they got the football juices out of them, they played well as of late. We saw them manhandle Louisiana, and we mentioned Van Far. They were 13-2 coming into that game, or 12-2, and Bowling Green got the win here at home on Friday night. So this is a big measuring stick for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and they've got some beef in their lineup again tonight. We'll see if they try and manhandle Montgomery in this matchup. We'll talk about that, though, in our Keys to the Game, which are coming up next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
The Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for Bowling Green against Montgomery County. And Jim, I think Bowling Green did a good job on Van Far, keeping them out of what they do by just making the game completely disjointed and between whistles.
I think you may see more of the same. They want a slower pace. They want to control the tempo. Montgomery averages 72 points a game, where Bowling Green averages 57. So they're going to want to slow Montgomery down if they can. And, man, I'm going to tell you what, if you're not here, you're missing something, because there are a lot of big bodies going to be on the floor, because Montgomery's got good overall size, so does Bowling Green. And the thing that struck me when Montgomery County, this first time I've seen them, they just look like basketball players, don't they? They ran out on the floor. They've got a certain air of confidence about them. But Bowling Green's at home. They've got guys that can play with them, and we'll see if they can muck this game up, I guess might be the best way to do it, to give them a chance to get out here and win. As we mentioned earlier, it's a chance for Bowling Green to find out where they are. They're 9-2, feeling really good about themselves right now. Got the home tournament coming next week. So this is going to be a great measuring stick for Coach Andrew Martinson and his guys.
Yeah, I think not only is Jace Heskew going to have to be special tonight, but the sophomore Ryan Hall, who's been a great contributor, he's going to have to play like an upperclassman tonight against this Montgomery team.
He is, and it's, they've got good guards with Moore and Isaiah Thomas, 2 senior guards from Montgomery. So Hall's going to find out as a sophomore what he wants to be when he's all grown up, if you will, and so he'll have a chance to learn as well. So this should be a fun one.
Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineup still to come on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Discover Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, open Wednesday through Sunday, with our lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wrap options, and salads. Enjoy dinner favorites like the make-your-own pasta dish, lasagna, and red wine pot roast from 4 p.m. to close. We offer more than just pizza and Italian. There's something for everyone. When the weather is nice, dine on our beautiful patio. Now open Sundays from 11 to 2. Join us at Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, better health starts with your primary care provider, the person who knows your health history and can connect you with the right specialist if needed. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health, right here at home. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starters for this boys varsity matchup. First for the Montgomery County Wildcats, 14-1, coached by Scott Kreger. Let's start as senior guard number 2, Andrew Moore. Senior guard number 3, Isaiah Thomas. Senior guard number 5, Jay Rogers gets the start. Senior forward number 20, Tyler Irwin. And number 33 is senior forward Clayton Parker rounds out the starting 5. For the Bowling Green Bobcats, they're 9-2, coached by Andrew Martinson. They'll start as sophomore number 5, Ryan Hall. Sophomore number 22, Jack McDaniel gets the start. A senior number 23, Jace Heskew. Another senior, number 34, Aiden Grody. And a senior rounds out the starting 5, number 35, Hank Welch. So again, for Montgomery, it's Moore, Thomas, Rogers, Irwin, and Parker. For Bowling Green, it's Hall, McDaniel, Heskew, Grody, and Welch. And Jim Ross, just looking at Montgomery's lineup, it's been they've been healthy. If you subtract Tatum Wessel, who is a senior, he's been out all season. He was a middle linebacker on the football team and hurt his foot, so he's been out the whole season. The rest of the crew has been fairly healthy, and that's helped him to this 14-1 record so far this season.
Well, and we had Mark had heights for you for the Bowling Green guys. You're just going to have to guess a little bit, but Parker goes about 6'8", Irwin's about 6'4", Moore at a guard is about 6'2", 6'3". You know, as I mentioned, so good overall size with Montgomery County. So there's going to be a lot of big bodies. Last meeting last year, Montgomery County won this game 86-41. However, the overall series is just about dead even, 14-15. 14 wins for Bowling Green, 15 for Montgomery County, going back in the modern era, as Mark liked to put it, in 2008. Bowling Green will be in action on Friday at Veritas Christian, and as we've mentioned during the girls game, we will have on video or on the line only the Columbia Battle will come to Montgomery County on Thursday night, and we'll have that game for you then.
You know, Parker definitely is 6'8", but he doesn't look huge compared to everyone else. So they've got some good height and throughout the lineup for this Montgomery team. We'll have these tip-off of this one coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Wow, double anthems tonight. Thanks, Donald.
Yeah, no doubt. We might mention that Clayton Parker's signed to play at Morehead State next year out of the Ohio Valley, Division I. Andrew Moore committed to McKendree, D2 school over in Lebanon. I don't know if he's changed that yet or not. I know his dad played at McKendree, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. Of course, Aiden Grody going to Lindenwood to play football. Jace Eskew yet to make his college decision that I'm aware of. So we got a lot of big-time talent on the court today, and we're glad to have you with us. Bowling Green will be in their home whites with black numbers, red trim. Montgomery in their road blues with white numbers and black trim. Andrew Martinson in his first year for the Bobcats. He's assisted by Scott Brewer and Ryan Talkington. Scott Krager's been over at Montgomery for a while. Of course, he played at Ellsbury, was a star down there, all-state player. He's assisted by Doug Figg and Ron Williams. And, of course, they do the starting lineups, and then they'll play the school fight song here at Bowling Green High School. The same fight song as the Longhorns of Texas, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
Got April Froelich in the house taking pictures tonight for us. Glad to have her with us. And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have the look back of the 100th anniversary of the Bowling Green Invitational at 6 o'clock on 102.1. So tune in for that. We're going to have a good show for you, reminiscing about the Bowling Green tournament and talking about this year. It'll be Eskew and Parker to jump it at the center court. We're opposite the benches, so Bowling Green will move from our right to our left on your radio dial here in this first half. Let's get it on, and here we go. Bowling Green controls the opening tip. It goes into the backcourt. McDaniel hands it off to Hall, and he'll run the offense for Bowling Green. Guarded by Rogers. They come out in a man-to-man, do the Wildcats. Off to McDaniel. Now they get it over to Welch. Welch between the legs, in between the circles. Now throws it away as it goes off the fingertips of Eskew as Welch under heavy pressure from Irwin, and Bowling Green turns it over on their first possession. Montgomery will head from our left to our right. Isaiah Thomas runs the offense for the Wildcats. To Irwin, Bowling Green in a 2-1-2 zone. And more on the right wing. He's the shooting guard. Kicks it back to Rogers. He'll shoot the three, and it's good. Jason Rogers with the first bucket of the night for either club, and Montgomery jumps out to a 3-0 lead. Hall now into the front court on the dribble, spins to the free throw line, kicks it to Welch, right wing. In between the circles now to McDaniel, guarded by Thomas. Now to Eskew. Eskew's got more on him. Right wing to McDonald. He'll shoot the three, and he answers. Jack McDaniel answers the three-pointer of Montgomery. We're tied at 3, so a good start for both clubs. Into the front court as the pace is slow as of right now. Rogers with it now, standing on the BG at the center court stripe to Moore. Left wing in the corner to Parker. He's going to shoot the three from the corner. It's off the mark, no good. Eskew with the rebound for Bowling Green. Up the right line, sideline, no look pass to Welch. His shot's off the side of the backboard. And back comes Montgomery. Moore down the left sideline now. He'll drive baseline, nowhere to go, penetrates into the paint, hands it off to Parker. He'll get to the window and score.
Easy there for Clayton Parker. Get himself in the scorebook for the first time, first of many.
Now a little 2-2-1 press. They get it in the middle of the court to Grody. He'll hand it back to Hall, so no problem with that pressure. Hall on the dribble now to the right wing. Back to Eskew, head of the key. Ball fakes now, step back three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Thomas with the rebound from Montgomery. He pushes the pace now into the front court to the free throw line extended. He'll back it up, give it to Parker. He'll shoot the three, head of the key. It's good.
Oh, wow. From anywhere.
When your 6'8" guy shoots a three and then you got to come out and guard him, look out. He can be trouble. That's why he's going to Morehead State. 8-3 the lead. 5 is the biggest lead of the game. Hall, a runner into the paint, is good. Ryan Hall, one of the better sophomores in the area, cuts the lead back 2-3 at 8-5. Down to 5:30 to play here in the first. Jim Ross, Mark Froelich with you. Glad to have you with us here from Bowling Green High School. Skip pass over to Thomas on the left wing, right in front of the Bowling Green bench. Corner to Parker in the short corner. He'll skip the head of the key to Rogers. He'll shoot the three. It's good.
Oh, wow.
Rogers with his second three-pointer. We didn't talk about him at all.
No.
And he's come out on fire in this first.
Guns blazing.
First quarter, 11-5 the score. Hall now penetrates again. Tries to kick it inside. It's deflected, stolen away by Parker. They've got numbers, 3-on-1. Moore gets it off to Thomas. He'll shoot the layup. And the timeout on the floor. Coach Martinson says, let's talk about it. 13-5, Montgomery jumps out to an early lead. 4:50 to play in the first. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Well, Mark, Montgomery has shown in this early going why they're so strong.
Yes, they have. They can play an inside game, an outside game, and Bowling Green hasn't been able to catch them to get into a physicality game.
Out of the timeout, Bowling Green into the front court now. Hall between the circles, shoots a deep one from about 23 feet, no good. Parker with the rebound. Hall can get that anytime, and it's no good, and back comes Moore. He'll drive baseline, kicks it near corner, three ball on the way from Rogers. He's got another one.
Wow.
He's got 9 3-3s, and the lead all of a sudden is 11 for Montgomery County. They're in a 2-2-1 press. Eskew gets it in the middle of the court to Grody, and he'll get it to Hall to break the press. Now in a double team, Hall back to Eskew. Eskew on the dribble to the left wing, now hands it back to Hall between the circles. Left wing now to McDaniel. McDaniel's got a three to his credit. Skip pass over to Welch. He loses the handle. Now we've got a whistle on our first foul of the game, and that's going to go against Isaiah Thomas.
His first, team's first. And things just got a little out of control there. You were expecting a whistle at some point, and checking out of the ball game was Tyler Irwin.
Joaquin Aguilar in for Bowling Green. He's got it now as they work it around the horn to McDonald. McDonald dribbles to the left elbow, stops, kicks it back to Hall, right wing. Ball fake from him, nowhere to go. Gives it back to McDaniel. McDaniel now in front of the Montgomery bench between the circles now to Eskew. Eskew gets a hand check call on Moore.
His first, team's second. 3:38 to go in the first. 16-5 Montgomery leads.
Moore with a little smile about that tic-tac foul.
Yeah.
They get it into Aguilar. He'll penetrate in, skips it to the near corner to Hall. Hall guarded by Thomas still. He fakes the three-pointer now to Eskew between the circles. Eskew penetrates into the paint, flips it inside to Grody. He makes a nice catch, falling out of bounds, gets it back to Hall to save the turnover. Down to 3:16 to play here in the first, 16-5. Montgomery on top. Aguilar gets it to McDonald. McDaniel now on the crossover. Nearly has it stolen. Picks up the loose ball, gets it to Eskew. Eskew penetrates now. A runner from the right wing, no good. Rebound off to Quatham. Quatham into the front court to Thomas now. Thomas spin move on. Aguilar goes up with the left hand, can't get it to go. Eskew with the rebound for the Cats. He's got some room finally as Moore has had him shut down so far tonight. McDaniel now to the left elbow. In your face man-to-man by Montgomery City. Eskew now between the circles, right wing to Hall. Hall, 23 feet away, now dribbles to the head of the key, down to 2:29 to play in the quarter. To McDaniels, they run a little weave now to Aguilar. Aguilar penetrates, step back, fakes the three, now gets to Eskew. He's open for that three, he'll let it go, in and out, no good. Grody with the rebound, they're going to give him a, say he pushed Parker from behind. That, my friends, is two big boys going at it inside.
Yeah.
Got to let that go, I think.
McDaniel will check out into the ball game. Xander Fairchild.
Lose some height with McDaniel checking out. Into the front court now is Thomas. He'll hand it off to Moore. Moore gets it to Parker. He'll shoot the three. It's good again. Clayton Parker with 2 threes. He's got 8. And really hasn't done much in the post area at all. Gets the pressure, stolen by Moore. He'll head the other way. He's going to dunk it. Moore just kind of looked like he was going to saunter in and then exploded to throw that down with one hand. Into the front court now. Eskew, as the lead has grown to 16 at 21-5. Eskew on the far sideline, gets out of the double team, skips it near side to Aguilar. He'll shoot the three from the corner, front iron, no good. Rebound to Moore from Montgomery. Into the front court they come. 21-5 our score. Back to Parker. He decides not to shoot the three. He's going to penetrate in. A little step back. Fade away from 10 is no good.
Got a big jersey tug on that one as he tried to shoot that ball.
As the outlet pass is deflected out of bounds by Moore. And Bowling Green will get it back right at the score table as Rogers and Irwin will return for Montgomery. Grody will take a seat, and into the game will come Oliver Niemeyer for his first minutes.
That 33 got stretched into a 99.
It did, didn't it? No whistle either.
Yep.
1:09 to play in the quarter. Bowling Green needs a bucket bad. Hall now out near the center court circle. Guarded by Rogers, and now we've got a whistle. And what was it?
Owen Niemeyer pushed off of Clayton Parker. Couple of 33s doing battle there, and
well, Parker gets tons of attention every game he plays, so I'm sure getting knocked around and all that doesn't affect him at all.
Nope.
So Montgomery has it back, leading by 16. They get it to Parker on the block. He'll spin to the ring, score off the glass, and a foul. And if that's on Niemeyer, that'll be his second in about 30 seconds.
And it will be.
Parker will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Where's number 33, does the big fella. And it spins in and out, but on the offensive glass is Rogers. He'll get it back to Parker, and we've got a whistle and a travel. Just the first turnover of the game on Montgomery. Another little tidbit about the Parker family. His older brother was just became the leading scorer at Columbia College. Both of his brothers actually are at Columbia College right now. Yeah. Into the front court, Aguilar open for three, left wing. It hits nothing.
Is that Colin? That just
I believe that's right.
Yeah.
You must have read the same article. Quatham into the front court now. Nobody picks him up. He splits the defense, gets it to the window. It won't go on the scoop. Hall with the rebound. Into the front court, doesn't have numbers. He'll dribble it into the corner and out of trouble. Looks for Aguilar in the paint. Pulls up now in between the arc and the free throw lane. Kicks it out to Hall. Down to 9 seconds. Down to 8. Hall knows he'll shoot a deep three. Back iron no good. Parker with the rebound. He'll get it to half court. He'll shoot it. It's off the iron and no good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. And Bowling Green's in a hole as they trail 23-5 after one. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Well, Montgomery seems to be as advertised,
Oh,
Mark.
yeah.
They lead 23-5, and they'll get the ball to start the second quarter. And they have 4 of their 5 starters back in the game. Seth Walton will be the new player on the floor. Aguilar, Niemeyer, McDonald, Eskew, and Fairchild for Bowling Green as we start the second. Thomas hands it off to Moore. Moore penetrates in, kicks it to the corner. Open for another three. Rogers, he's got another one. He's got 4 in the game and 12 points. Holy smokes. Now the ball's thrown inside. Niemeyer loses the handle. It goes out of bounds back to Montgomery. Well, we mentioned in the pregame that Grody and Niemeyer were going to have their hands full inside against these big boys, and it's proven to be the case so far.
Yeah, they're loading up inside, and Montgomery's just proven that they can do it from the outside even better.
There's another three. This time it's from Moore. First time he's been heard from deep. And he's got 5, and the lead is all of a sudden grown to 24 points. Aguilar behind the back dribble, gets it to the elbow, kicks it near corner McDaniel. Down to 7 minutes to play in the half. Back to Aguilar. He's dribbling between his legs. He better be careful. He's got Thomas all over him. Skips it in the near corner to Eskew. Eskew will shoot the 3. Got it. Jace Eskew breaks the seal for him. His first bucket of the game, and it's 29-8. Thomas now decides to slow things down for Montgomery County as he dribbles into the front court, guarded by Aguilar. Hands it off to Irwin. Irwin back to Moore. He'll penetrate, gets to the window, and shoots a layup. Just turned on the Jets and blew by the defender from the left side, shot the right-handed layup, and it's 31-8. Eskew now back for Bowling Green, near corner to McDowell. He'll put it on the floor, gets to the key area, pulls up from 15, off the rim, no good. Rebounds loose. Moore will come away with the loose ball. He'll look to run. Moore gets it in the front court, drops it off to Irwin. His reverse layup won't go. Eskew with the rebound. He'll head the other way. They've got numbers. 3-on-2. Eskew gets it to Niemeyer. He'll go up. His shot's blocked by Thomas, but he'll be whistled for the foul.
Send Oliver Niemeyer to the line for the first time.
That'll be 2 on Thomas, I believe. And Niemeyer will go to the charity stripe for the first time tonight with exactly 6 minutes to play in this second quarter. First one's off the back iron. Couple of subs coming in. Sean Rogers will return. Parker will return as well for Montgomery. Thomas and Irwin will take seats for the Wildcats.
And that's the scary thing, is they have so much depth that they can get Clayton Parker breathers when they need to. They don't need to put him out there for a full 32.
Niemeyer comes up empty on both free throws, so Montgomery back on the offense with Moore. Stops at the head of the key, gets it on the right block to Parker. He's double teamed. He'll just go up amongst them all and score.
He's got a dozen.
And it's 33-8. Aguilar penetrates into the paint, tries to kick it off to Niemeyer, deflects back to McDonald. He'll shoot the three, and he'll drain it. Jack with his second three-pointer of the game. He's got 6, and it's a 22-point lead for Montgomery at 33 to 21, or to 11, I should say. We're down to 5:20 to play in the half. On the left wing, Walton drives to the baseline, kicks it back to Rogers. Got to keep an eye on him. He'll penetrate in, up and reverse. Oh, athletic move by Jason Rogers. This time it's just a 2, however. But he's got 14 to lead all scorers.
Yeah, Jay's been on fire here.
Oh, my, that was quite an athletic move, too. Backdoor cut by Eskew. He'll go up against Parker. Oh, nice move. Spun it off the glass against the big man and got it to drop. 5 for Eskew now, and it's 35-13.
Good body control that time by Jace.
Absolutely. So Moore walking across the timeline with 4:35 to play in the quarter. 35-13, Montgomery on top. Parker now with it outside the arc. Fakes the handoff, spins to the rip. Finger roll over the front and scores. Nobody can guard the big man.
No.
And it's 37-13. Hall now into the front court, hands it off to Aguilar. He'll step back, shoot the 3, right wing, back iron no good. Parker with the rebound. He comes down on his ankle a little bit odd, and he'll
winced a little bit.
He did. Rogers now gives it back to Parker. He's going to shoot the 3. Didn't hurt his shooting is all. He drains another one, his third 3, and timeout on the floor. 4 minutes exactly to play in the half. 40-13. Montgomery leads it. You listen to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, the Pierre, and Logan Agri-Service.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, visit People's Savings Bank. The people you know and trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
40-13, Montgomery County leads it, and they are everything that we have heard about them this year.
Absolutely impressive. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, Bowling Green was always considered a basketball school. Now they're a football power. Montgomery was a football power. Now they're a basketball school.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I mean, coming into this game, I felt like Bowling Green could at least give them a run for their money, and they have just been run over from the jump. McDaniel hit a 3 early, and then it was all Montgomery from that point on. Bowling Green has it out of the timeout. Speaking of McDaniel, he'll fire another one from the corner. It's no good. Eskew with the long rebound on the near side. He'll fake it, gets it to Aguilar on a give and go, thrown away, stolen by Moore. He's going to head to the rim, and he'll dunk another one. Andrew Moore with 2 dunks, another steal, 5th turnover of the game on Bowling Green. And Montgomery can turn up the Jets anytime they want. Eskew shoots the 3 from the left corner. Back iron, no good. Moore with another rebound. He's going 1-on-3. Doesn't matter. Reverse layup, up and good.
Speaking of body control.
Yeah, right-hand side across the front of the rim and a reverse layup. Hall now gets it into the front court, takes a bump from Sean Rogers. Now they'll set the offense. Aguilar tries to penetrate, finds some space, kicks it to McDonald, near corner 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound to Moore again. He's going to the hoop, folks. Unless you stop him, he'll throw it up and rolls off. But Parker's there for the offensive rebound, and he'll get it to go.
Could have called goaltending on Eskew.
Yeah, you could have, as he smacked the backboard as the ball was up on the glass. But what about the big man running the floor and getting the rebound?
Absolutely.
That'll be something for Coach Martinson to show on the tape to the Bowling Green guys.
Yeah.
They're 6'8" guys beating you all down the floor. Aguilar with it on the left wing. He's guarded tightly now to McDonald, left corner to Eskew. He'll drive baseline, gets it to Grody underneath, and he'll score. I'm not sure it was a intended pass. I think it was swatted from behind by Moore and went right into Aiden's hands. and he'll score the bucket, making it 46-15. Moore now open from three. He'll let it go. In and out, no good. Hall with the rebound. They need a couple buckets here before we get to half, as we're under 2 minutes to play. McDaniel now gets it back to Hall between the circles. Down to 1:45 to play in the half. Hall spins into the paint. His runner won't go. Rebound to Quatham, who checked into the ball game, and they'll slow things down now with a 46-15 lead.
I think if Bowling Green can get themselves to 20 points here in the first half, they'd feel pretty good about themselves.
Another three-pointer on the way from Rogers. This time it's short, but Parker gets the offensive rebound. He spins around and looks for somebody, tries to get to the block. Grody slows him down. Now they get it inside to Sean Rogers. His spin move up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Rogers' first points of the game. That would be Sean as opposed to Jason. And he'll get an and one opportunity.
Foul was on Hall, his first. And the team's first here in the second quarter.
Welch will come back in, and in for the first time is Brendan Scherter for the Cats.
Andrew Moore checked out.
As Irwin returns for him. Free throws off the mark by Sean Rogers, so it remains 48-15. Hall into the front court, hands it off to McDaniel. McDaniel to the head of the key, near corner to Shirt. He'll drive baseline, gets it into Aiden. His shot's blocked by Parker, but he'll be whistled for a foul. And Aiden Grody will go to the line to shoot a couple of free throws.
57.8 seconds to go, 48-15, Montgomery leads.
Grody's first is good. Big man showing a little touch. So we mentioned he's going to Lindenwood next year on a football scholarship. Second one's on its way. It rattles around and falls out. So he splits a pair, and it's 48-16. And the front court comes Quatham for Montgomery. Gets to Irwin. Irwin penetrates in. He's tripped up by Grody, I believe. Got a little knee action. It'll be on the drive, I'm sure. Second foul on Grody. Montgomery should have it underneath their own basket, right side of the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Quatham to throw it in with 44 ticks to play in the half. He'll lob it out to Parker. He'll just shoot a lazy three from the wing, and it's well short. Didn't show a whole lot of effort in that one, did he?
No.
Hall into the front court now for Bowling Green. Spins at the right elbow. He gets down the lane, throws up a runner. It won't go. Loose ball picked up by Scherter. His shot's off the window, no good. Parker with the rebound. Gets it out to Rogers. Rogers into the front court. He's going to go in, and they're going to call a blocking foul on McDaniel. And they're going to say it's in the act of shooting. So Jason Rogers will get a couple of free throws with 20.8 seconds to play in the half. First foul on McDaniel. Rogers misses the free throw. He's hit 4 threes in this first half.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 14 points.
Askew comes back in for Bowling Green. Seth Walton for Montgomery.
I got a feeling we're going to learn everybody on Montgomery's team's name before this is over with. Rogers' second free throw is good. And now in is Adrian Combs for the Wildcats.
15 points for Jay Rogers now.
49-16 our score. Little token man pressure by Montgomery City. Welch hands it back to Hall. Hall guarded by Quatham, still in the backcourt, down to 15 seconds. Picks up his dribble, gets it to Grody at the high post, or at the top of the key, I should say. Back to Askew. He'll step back, shoot the three. Off the mark, no good. Grody with the rebound and scores. Aiden Grody with 5, and that'll do it for the first half of action. Your score, the Montgomery County Wildcats 49. The Bowling Green Bobcats 18. Your halftime show's next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast, Ackles Farm Market, and Kaylee Ann Accounting.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clofton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Well, not so much unlike the girls' game. The Montgomery County Wildcats jumped out to an early lead and have been able to keep Bowling Green at bay as they lead 49-18. And I don't know really what to say. Montgomery's they're quite a bit better than I thought they were.
Yeah, they are a legit team, and if they're number 2 ranked right now, how good is number 1?
Well, Principi is number 1, and if you're familiar with Principi, Van Far native Scott Snallcup is an assistant coach. Jay Blossom's the head coach. They were both coaches at Webster Groves and had all those good teams, and they both retired, and Principi decided they wanted a basketball program, and so they hired both those guys, and it's I tease them, and it's a basketball factory, almost like Link Academy out of Branson, but they do make them go to class, and they've got good grades, but they got players from all over the place, and I saw them play last year in the Quincy Shootout, which I might mention is Saturday if you're looking for some really good high school basketball, nationwide basketball at Quincy High. It's Friday and Saturday, actually, but that's the number 1 ranked team in the state. So as we mentioned during the broadcast, Montgomery finished 4th last year. We both saw them last year, and I think we both agree they're better than they were last year.
Yeah, the only point of concern after 2 quarters is that Clayton Parker did roll an ankle, and he spent most of the first few minutes of halftime getting that rewrapped behind the Montgomery bench. Now he's since put the shoe back on and gone to the locker room to join his team, but with a battle coming up on Thursday, that is a bit of a concern, but he's a tough kid.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got any concerns at all of being hurt, they'll limit his time in this second half, and I would suspect really Scotty will let the starters play maybe the third quarter because it's kind of like we talked about in Bowling Green football. They've been ahead in so many games at half, and then the starters don't get to play any in the second half. Well, unfortunately, if you want to, and they did it this year quite a bit better, letting those guys play in the second half, and it's not good for the visiting team, but you're preparing for the postseason. That's what you're thinking about. That's what the Bowling Green football team was thinking about. That's what these guys are thinking about from Montgomery City. So I would expect to see the starters play some in the second half. For Bowling Green, they're just outmatched.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing they're doing really wrong. And when they get back into the Bowling Green tournament playing teams that are not in the upper echelons of Class 3, they'll be fine. So tonight they just got to work on winning the second half and working on things to get them better as they roll into the
And I know there's not a whole lot of crossover between Montgomery County's basketball and football rosters, but for those who were on the football team, I think they looked across and saw the faces of Aiden Grody, Jay Seskew, Oliver Niemeyer, and said, "Oh, we're doing this in the first half of this ball game."
Yeah, and it's it almost felt effortless to me.
Oh,
I mean, they haven't been pushed yet at all, and that's no knock on Bowling Green because. Bowling Green, these guys they go 7-8 deep of guys that are accomplished basketball players, and it shows.
Yeah, and those 7-8 are probably college level talent at one level,
right.
Or another. So it is a very good team and a fun team to watch for sure. And they lead Bowling Green 49-18 after 2 quarters. Let's take a quick break. Come back with first half scoring after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Central State Bank of Illinois, Barnes Roots and Herbs, Bolin Chevrolet, and Gambino's Eatery.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Montgomery leads Bowling Green 49-18 after 2 quarters. First half scoring for the Bobcats. 2 points for Ryan Hall, 5 for Aiden Grody, 5 for Jay Seskew, and 6 for Jack McDaniel. They trailed 23-5 after 1 and 49-18 here at the half. For Montgomery, they have 2 points from Sean Rogers, 2 for Isaiah Thomas, 11 points for Andrew Moore, 15 for Jay Rogers, 19 for Clayton Parker in the first half. And free throw shooting, they were 0 for 1 in the first quarter, 1 for 2 in the second quarter. Bowling Green is 1 for 4, all those opportunities coming in the second quarter.
49-18 our score. Let's take a quick break and we'll have the second half for you right after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, Curlis Auction, Mike Henry Excavating, and Schlenker Funeral Home.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Original starting lineups back in the game for both teams as we start the third quarter. Bowling Green moving from our left to our right. Eskew at the head of the key, gets the Hall now to the head of the key. They hand it off to Grody. Aiden looks for somebody, gets it to Hall now. Hall on a pick and roll with Grody. He'll roll to the bucket. He's got some space, shoots a layup and scores.
That's what I want to see Dude doing for Bowling Green. That easy lane off the pick and roll. That looks pretty.
That was good. And so they score the first 2 points, and they'll come out in a 2-3 zone. And they get it inside to Rogers. He drops it down to Parker, loses the handle, goes back to Moore, now to Thomas. He'll shoot the three. It's short, and Grody will just let it bounce out of bounds. So Bowling Green will get it back, scoring on their first possession. Let's see what they can do on this second. Hall now, guarded by Thomas, set in a 1-4 set to McDonald in the near corner. Dribbles with the left hand. Gets it to the right wing, now to Eskew. Eskew on a pick and roll, turns it away from Grody, spins, almost had some space, now flips it over to Hall in the left corner for three. No good. Grody with the rebound. Gets it out to Eskew. Eskew, reverse pivot, tries to flip it up, but he's going to be whistled for the travel.
Tough break. He did everything he could on that play.
Might have got a chuck for Moore, too. Gave him a little assistance on that travel. But you and I are up here. There's probably a reason for that.
Yeah.
So Montgomery gets it back, 49-20. Moore left wing. Head of the key now to Rogers. Rogers back to Moore. He's open for three. He'll let it go. It's good. His second three-pointer of the game. He's got 14, and it's 52-20. Hall into the front court now. Gets to McDaniel. McDaniel on the dribble, crosses over to the elbow. Gets it to McDaniel inside. Check that Eskew. Nice pass to Grody. He makes the catch and finishes. So Aiden Grody with 9 now. 4 points here in the second half. And looks good inside. Now they get it into Irwin. Irwin in the middle of the paint gets it back to Thomas. He'll shoot the three, had the key. Wow. He drains it. Do they have anybody that can't shoot the three? Irwin hasn't tried one yet.
No.
Hall gets it into the front court, left side to McDaniel. McDaniel now between the circles. Tries to force it into Eskew's, deflected, stolen away by Moore. Moore, finger roll lap, no good. Parker's there for the putback. That happened before as three guys from Bowling Green are just standing at half court, and their big guy goes in and gets the offensive rebound and scores the layup. Hall now spins away from Thomas at the center court line, gets to Welch. Welch penetrates into the key area. Hounded by Rogers. Back to Hall now with 5:15 to play in the quarter. Fadeaway 15-footer from Eskew's no good. Parker with the rebound for Montgomery. Looks like he's running pretty free to me. He'll penetrate in, gets it to Thomas on the low block. Far corner to Rogers. There's another three. Front iron no good. Grody with the rebound for the Cats. Gets it off to Hall. 57-22. Montgomery on top. McDaniel on the left wing now to Eskew. Eskew to Hall. Hall at the head of the key now, right wing to Welch. Welch, man-to-man defense by Montgomery, stolen by Moore, and he's going to dunk it again. This time two-handed. Andrew Moore with 3 dunks in this game. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 59-22, Montgomery on top. You listen to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calumet of Missouri, Silex Banking Company, and Kearns Construction.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
59-22, Montgomery leads it. They led 49-18 at half. And Bowling Green will have it out of the timeout. Little token man pressure as Quatham's checked back into the game, as has Sean Rogers for Montgomery. Parker on the bench, behind the back pass from Aguilar, and now it's stolen away by Montgomery. Rogers into the front court, hands it off to Moore. Moore, stop and go, kicks it back to Thomas. He'll shoot the left wing three. He's got another one.
Oh, wow.
He started slow. Now he's got 8 with 2 3-pointers in the third quarter.
40-point lead now for Montgomery.
May not see much more Parker tonight as he's on the bench. Askew now to Hall. Hall's going to shoot a 22-footer. Front iron, bounces in. Off the backboard and drops. Hall's first 3-pointer of the game. Makes it 62-25. More into the front court as Niemeyer and Fairchild await at the score table. They'll check in on the next dead ball. Rogers free at the free throw line. His 15-footer does a 360 and spins out. Hall with the rebound. Down to 3:20 to play in the third. Hall into the front court to the free throw line. Spin move into the paint. Gets it to go. Ryan Hall, a good-looking sophomore, one of the better sophomore guards in the area.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a bright future, and he's got 7. Thomas kicks it off to Quatham. He'll penetrate and travels. Or they're going to call offensive foul on Quatham. Not travel. Little forearm, they said.
His first.
Well, they're making a liar out of me. Parker and Irwin will return. Moore and Rogers will take a seat.
Grody and McDonald checked out. Fairchild and Niemeyer back in for Bowling Green.
Hall across the timeline over in front of the Bowling Green bench, gives it to Fairchild, lobs it into Niemeyer. He has it swatted away and stolen away from behind by Parker.
I think Niemeyer was right. I think they were out of bounds.
May very well have been. No look pass underneath to Quatham. He misses it from point blank range. And a loose ball rebound comes to Askew. Askew going to penetrate to the glass, kicks it back to Aguilar. He'll drive in the paint, ball fakes, fade away. Shot is good from 10. Sweet little move by Joaquin Aguilar there, his first bucket of the game. And it's 62-29 Montgomery, down to 2:20 to play here in the third. Thomas goes in behind the back pass to Irwin, but he can't make a clean catch, but he'll go up in a crowd and scores. Tyler Irwin with his first bucket of the night. And it's 64-29. Aguilar back. He'll pull up from 3 left wing. No good. Parker with the rebound. He'll put it on the floor and head down the court on the dribble. Hands it off to Rogers. That's Sean. Back to Quatham. His three's an air ball from the head of the key. And it goes out of bounds.
Well, it gives the student section a little ammunition. They haven't had much tonight.
Seth Walton will check in for Quatham as he still gets a high five from his teammates, even though he just shot an air ball. Probably giving him a little ribbon, too, if I was guessing. Quatham in the front court now, or check that Aguilar for Bowling Green, and he dribbles it off his knee and goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Montgomery County. Turnover number 10 for Bowling Green. Only 3 turnovers for Montgomery County in this ball game. Down to 1:35 to play in the third. Thomas penetrates in. His finger rolls up and good. He'll take the contact and the foul. Sweet finger roll move that time by Isaiah Thomas, high in the air. And Askew Jace will pick up his first foul of the game. And Thomas will go back to the line. He's got 10. Where's number 3? Very experienced club. Bunch of seniors on this team that play as Thomas gets the free throw to drop. So a veteran club, so you would expect nothing less out of them than what you're seeing. 67-29 our score. Aguilar on the dribble now, crosses over, gets to the paint, kicks it out to Hall, left wing 3. Short, no good. Rebounds loose. Parker tracks it down, and then he'll be fouled by Aguilar.
Looked like a couple of flies.
It was. He had Fairchild and Aguilar, who both go, 5'10", maybe 6 foot. He's 6'8". Yeah, you're right. They were swatting at him like crazy. So after the foul, Montgomery has it back. We're down to a minute to play in the third. Thomas has it on the left elbow, flips it inside to Irwin, makes a tough catch. His shot up off the glass is good. Thomas has got some skills as well at that point guard position. And it's 69-29.
Yeah, back to that 40-point lead.
Hall between the circles. He's going to fire a 23-footer, and it's good from deep. Ryan Hall with his second three-pointer. He's got 8 1/4, give him 10 for the game. And it's 69-32, down to 27 seconds. Thomas now in the high post, right elbow to Irwin. He fakes the handoff, gives it back to Thomas on the far wing. Now they'll get it in the short corner to Irwin. Reverse spin, move to the hole, makes some space, puts it up, score. Foul from behind on Eskew, count the bucket.
Irwin has had himself a little quarter here with 6 points, chance for 7 from the line.
They'll call that on Eskew, his second.
Both coming here in the third quarter.
Parker will take a seat, and Adrian Combs will enter the game for the first time for Montgomery City. Irwin's first trip to the charity stripe is off the back of the rim and no good, but an offensive rebound for Montgomery. Walton did the work, got it to Irwin. Now he'll look for some help. Nope, now he's just going to shoot it with 5 seconds. It won't go. Loose ball saved in by Aguilar to Fairchild. Fairchild on the run, and he doesn't get the shot away in time, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, the Montgomery County Wildcats 71, the Bowling Green Bobcats 32. Your fourth quarter is next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating, Ambassador Plumbing, and Neighbor Funeral Homes.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Well, it's been all Montgomery City tonight as we head to the fourth quarter, and they lead at 71-32.
Parker only 2 points in the third quarter, up to 21. He leads all scorers. Moore with 16. Rogers with 15. Jay Rogers. 11 points for Isaiah Thomas. He had a big third quarter. Irwin came out of nowhere for 6 points in the third quarter. And on the Bowling Green side, only one player in double figures. That's Ryan Hall with 10.
He had 8 of those in the quarter.
Aiden Grody has 9.
He chipped in with 4 in the third. 22-14 scoring advantage for Montgomery in that third, and it looks like Montgomery has emptied the bench, and as has Bowling Green. A lot of new guys in the game. We'll try and keep up for you. Jackson Benny in for Montgomery.
It is a running clock.
It is. Adrian Combs, Colby Ellis, along with Seth Walton, and who am I missing? There it is, Quatham with the 3 from the head of the key. It's short again. And there's a whistle away from the ball on the rebound. And it's going to be called against Montgomery County on Colby Ellis. For Bowling Green, a lot of new guys in for them too. Nolan Jones, McDonald with Niemeyer, Scherder, and Graydon Coleman for the Cats. Niemeyer in the high post, kicks it back to Scherder. He'll penetrate in. He has it swatted away, picks up the loose ball. Now gets it to Niemeyer. Niemeyer tries to lob it inside, but it's stolen by Walton. Walton heads the other way for Montgomery to Quatham. Quatham near corner, 3 ball on the way by Jackson Benny. It's off the mark, no good. Tracked down to the far corner by Combs. He gets it inside to a cutting Quatham. He'll score the layup and the foul. Man, good look that time. From the corner assist, and Quatham gets the finish, and he'll go to the line to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. And the foul is going to be on Nolan Jones, his first. Quatham's free throws in and out, no good. Rebound goes off the head of Walton, and Bowling Green will get it back. And Larry Kemp will check into the game for Quatham.
So he's done, most likely.
Yep, so all new guys in the game now for Montgomery. Pretty much the same is the case for Bowling Green, as he's emptied his bench as well. As to the bucket is Scherter, and he'll score it from the right wing on the drive. And it's 73-34. Down to 5:50 with the running clock. Kemp on the dribble now, goes into the paint. The lefty fires it up. It's no good. On the glass is big number 30, Colby Ellis, I should say. And he scores the bucket. Back comes Nolan Jones for Bowling Green. Gets it in the low post to Coleman. His shot's up off the mark. Rebound to Kemp. Kemp up the far sidelines. Crosses the timeline now. Gets it in the far corner to Combs. Combs to Ellis on the right wing. Penetrates to the free throw line. Now left wing to Kemp. Kemp's going to fire a deep three. Lefty's off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound to Niemeyer. He'll hand it off to Jones. Jones into the front court. Lobs it inside to Coleman. He makes the catch, and his shot's swatted out of bounds by Colby Ellis, and that brings on a roar from the Montgomery City faithful.
I love the exuberance from the student section right behind the scores table.
All 12 of them. That's probably the JV team, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think they brought two different buses. I think the girls are gone. McDaniel with it on the dribble. He'll get into the paint. His up and under shot won't go. He gets popped in the head, though, on the shot. And so Jack McDaniel will go to the line and shoot two shots with 4:20 to play in the ball game. 75-34. Montgomery's led from the outset. 23-5 they led at the end of the first quarter, and they have not looked back since. Bowling Green has never led in this ball game. McDaniel, another good-looking sophomore, goes about 6'3", and he makes the first. He'll get a second.
Fouls on Lyric Kemp, his first.
Bowling Green will be in action on Thursday night at Veritas Christian. So he makes the second. That's the old O'Fallon Christian. For those of you that aren't familiar with Veritas. So they'll look to get back on the winning streak on Thursday. Down to 3:30 to play in this one, 75-36. Montgomery with it. Benny drives, kicks it to the corner. Now they get it. They have the key to Walton. Walton back to Combs. Combs on the dribble, finds some space down the lane, gets a fake defender in the air. It won't go, though, but there's Walton on the offensive glass for Montgomery. Even the second crew is all over the glass.
Yes, they are.
Up underneath from Benny, and he'll get it to go. Came from the backside, caught the pass, and shot it off the window for the score. And it's 77-36, and we've got a whistle and a foul on Jackson Benny. And I think that was just a foul to get another sub in the game. As they run in number 25.
That's Cooper Sellenreich.
Cooper Sellenreich, that's it. Sellenreich's Jonesburg name there. Shot won't go from Jones for Bowling Green, and Montgomery will head the other way. To the glass is Benny. He misses the wide open layup. The loose ball is going to go out of bounds off of Montgomery.
He is just not going to allow me to say yes, Mr. Benny, is he?
Jackson Benny. For those of you who don't get Mark's joke, Jack Benny for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Three ball on the way off the glass for Brendan Scherter, and it's good. He's got 5, and it's 77-39 with 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Across the timeline now, Montgomery in the far corner to Sellenreich as they whip it around to Combs. Combs now in the near corner, left-handed three ball on the way by Kemp. He can't get it to go. Fairchild with the rebound. Up the right sideline, Fairchild hustles it up, gets to Scherter. He'll fire another three. This one's no good. Rebound's loose, picked up by McDaniel. He'll shoot it from 8. It is short, but we've got a whistle and a foul. And I believe McDaniel's acting like he really didn't get fouled. He's like, what, me? I get to shoot.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir, Jack. You get 2 more free throws. with 1:20 and the running clock.
Yeah, this will probably take us under a minute.
First free throw by McDaniel is good. Gives him 9. Knock this one in, Jack. Get yourself into double figures. And you are correct, as we are under a minute. He makes them both. 4 for 4 from the line for Jack. And it's 77-41. Into the front court now comes Benny. Right wing to Kemp. As they hand it off to Sellenrink. Out to Ellis. Ellis on the dribble, gets it to the short corner, back to Benny. He'll drive baseline, and it's kicked, I believe, and went out of bounds. And Montgomery will keep it underneath their own hoop with 30 seconds to play in the ball game. Montgomery's going to raise their record to 15-1 on the season. Bowling Green will drop to 9-3. Down to 20 seconds as they get the ball inbounds, and Coach Krager says, pull it out, boys. Let's let the clock run out. Bowling Green's going to oblige. So that's going to be their final score, 77-41. A comfortable win for the number 2 ranked Montgomery County Wildcats. We'll have our scoring for you after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Lynn's Heritage House, and Center Locker Service.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports postgame show on KJFM Radio.
Well, it was all Wildcats in the second game, and for that matter, for the whole night, it was all Wildcats.
Yeah, Bowling Green didn't hold a lead for 2 games.
That's pretty unheard of, actually.
Yeah.
In the final game, Montgomery County boys, they jumped out to a 23-5 lead and ran away with this and winning at 77-41. And you've got the scoring for us.
I do. For the Bobcats, 2 players in double figures, Ryan Hall with 10 and Jack McDaniel with 10. 9 points for Aiden Grody in this one. Jace Eskew, Brendan Schurter both with 5 points, 2 points for Joaquin Aguilar. In the loss, they dropped to 9-3 on the season. For Montgomery, they improved to 15-1. They had 21 points from Clayton Parker. He was the leading scorer. 16 for Andrew Moore. 15 points for Jay Rogers. 11 tonight for Isaiah Thomas. You got 6 points for Tyler Irwin off the bench. Everyone else with 2. Colby Ellis with 2. Chase Quatham with 2. Sean Rogers with 2. And Jackson Benny with 2. As Montgomery County sweeps the night tonight, 77-41.
2 for 7 from the free throw line. If Scott Krager wants something to bark at his boys about out of this game. 4 for 4 for Bowling Green. And, if you're just joining us, the Montgomery County girls won 50-32. They jumped out to an 18-2 lead in that ball game and never looked back. So as Mark mentioned, unfortunately for the Bobcats, it was all Wildcats tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night we'll have the look back 100th anniversary of the Bowling Green Invitational at 6 o'clock on 102.1 and online, kjfmradio.com. I'll be there. We'll have a bunch of interviews and talk about the tournament of days gone by and set up the tournament this year. Mark and I will also be at Montgomery County on Thursday night as we'll bring you the Montgomery County girls in Wright City and Montgomery County boys in battle. That'll be online only. We'll carry on the radio. We'll have the Louisiana girls at Pittsfield on Thursday night. Then on Friday night, Mark and I will head to Silex as Louisiana will travel to Lincoln County to take on the Owls in a boy-girl doubleheader on Friday night.
I'm seeing you more than my wife lately.
Well, I hadn't seen you all year, so I guess we're making up for lost time, right?
All right. We'll hug it out later. 77-41 the final. Montgomery over Bowling Green for Jim Ross. Mark Froning saying we'll see you tomorrow for the 100th anniversary special of the Bowling Green Tournament on Eagle 102 Sports.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Serving the Twin Pike region